What is up, everyone? This is Justice, and today I'm going to be doing another classic games episode. This one is on perhaps the most classic game of all time, Mike's Paintball. Mike's Paintball, for those that don't know, is the first game that ever got 1 million place visits on Roblox. It also was the biggest game back in the day, obviously, if it was the first to get 1 million place visits. It was, really old school, very, very old school, and very basic. Old Roblox games were both basic but really fun. And it was both of those. It was really fun. So you spawn in and you have there's two teams, two sides of the map. They're both basically a mirror of each other. And you have a paintball gun. And so you would press Q on your keyboard when you have your paintball gun out to cycle between the starter weapon, the single shot, the sniper, and then the burst. And I always loved using the sniper because sniping people on that game, it was way better of a feeling than sniping people on any other game because it's a lot harder to hit snipes on this game. It's not like a direct laser like other snipers. So that was really fun. But a lot of people use burst. There's also a grenade function as well. I haven't played it for a while. I think you hit G and then you shoot a grenade out. And then there's also a melee, which is either X or C. I can't remember, one of those where you can melee someone and one tap them. But it was really fun, man. And this game it was capture the flag. That was the game mode. So it only had one game mode. But it just goes to show how one game like this can really take off on Roblox, especially back in the day. So one of my favorite features of Mike's Paintball was the rivers. There were these rivers that you could go guerrilla warfare on people, but it was always a gamble because the river is behind the base on either side. So when you're coming up on the enemy base from the river, you're passing the base when people are spawning. So it was a huge gamble and it was a lot of risk for a decent amount of reward, which is getting the flag. Is this game, guys, if you used to play this game, you'll know how classic it is. So I figured might as well, for the second episode of this series, include Mike's Paintball into that mix because, of course, it's the most classic next to Shocker Zombie Defense and others like that. But yeah, if you guys want to play Mike's Paintball, Nostalgia Zone, of course, has it. That's the one I was playing on right here. It's just amazing that we have it and it's available to us because this game Mike quit a long time ago. So he hasn't updated his version of the game forever. Another really cool hidden feature I forgot to mention is there's these hidden rockets. So they would randomly spawn around the map in random there were specific spawn points, but it wasn't always, they didn't always spawn on the same spawn point. And if you got the rocket launcher, look out, because you were about to pwn some noobs. That was always really fun to use. So yeah, guys, there's Mike's Paintball. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this short little classic games episode of the series. I don't know what I'm going to be releasing next. I'm kind of in a slump right now with sword fights. I've got a bunch of videos I've been working on, but I feel like a lot of people feel the same way about sword fights in the Heights. It's just kind of in a really shitty state right now. Not too many people play it. I haven't seen it once hit over 30 players. It's because the map moves. I don't know if that's an exploiter doing it or if it's a glitch. And also, exploiters. It's like, for some reason, Sword Fights in the Heights 4 is like just a hub for exploiters to go to. It used to just be Sword Fights in the Heights original, but now it's both. It's been both for a while, but it's getting worse. And then Nostalgia Zone, there's just really not too many players on it. So we'll see what happens with that, guys. I am working on a montage. I'm halfway through with it. It's actually a good montage too. I'm excited about it. I actually think it's going to be good. Like I said, the second episode in the Nostalgia Zone versus Sword Fights in the Heights 4 versions, that little mini series, part 2, I'm working on that, and a bunch of other videos too, a bunch of tip videos as well. Like I said, I've just been kind of in a slump with sword fights. It hasn't been too much fun lately. hopefully you guys enjoyed once again. Adios.